First trip of the season between Christmas and New Year's, end of 2012. I'm out with Woolman. We're at about minus 20 right now. Not much snow. I'm going to be booting it into the site. We'll see how it goes. Might put snowshoes on later. Woolman's got his skis on. There's been a vehicle track come in here a while ago, but there's about 6 inches of snow, or a little less. I might put my snowshoes on later. Beautiful morning.
Wolf tracks.
Oh yeah. See the wolf tracks here. Let's go. We have not got much snow at all here in the bush. Well, we hit the lake, and it looks like there's almost no slush. It's going to be fabulous ski hauling down. So I put my ski boots on. I'm getting my ski stuff out here off the sled. Now my buddy Woolman behind the camera there did that right from the get-go, and that was probably the right choice, because it was no problem with the snow in the bush hauling on with ski boots. It's going to be a fabulous ski. Hey Woolman, I noticed you've got your full top and bottom wool on.
Yep.
Total breathability?
Yep, just one more layer underneath the wool on the lower, fleece, and one polyester underneath the fleece.
You put an aftermarket hood on the back there?
Yeah, this is
Very stylish, I should say.
yeah, it does the trick in wind. You just I leave it on most of the trip just because it occasionally gets colder on camp. And
So we start at minus 20 C, and you've got one fleece layer and your base layer under that heavy wool shirt.
that's right. That's right.
What is that, an Army surplus?
Yeah, this is Dutch pants, and yeah, it's some generic Army surplus coat. I put my work gloves in here, extra balaclava there, and over here is an extra set of gloves as well, and good till minus 30 as long as you're working.
Right, and you can put a shell over that if it's really windy?
That's right. That's pretty much it. You know, we don't bring winter coats, any of the heavy down coats at all anymore.
Yeah,
All right.
that's where we're going. Way down there.
All right. So why are you gathering this snow here, bud?
Well, we've got hardly any snow here in the bush. It's been a very strange early winter, and we got some lumpy ground here. And I don't need to be wearing my snowshoes, but I'm gonna use these snowshoes to pack and level the floor so that it's nice and flat for us. And I have to borrow snow from around here because there's just, like, I think in the bush here we maybe have 2 or 3 inches.
Yeah.
So later when I get some snow packed in here, I'll pack it with the snowshoes, and you can use your snowshoes as levelers, like so. And you can kind of grade it and flatten it out. There's some little saplings that have grown up. I'll trim these out. Okay. So we just got the hot tent set up. Stove is in. It's on skids and shimmed up so it's not tippy. Back heat shield to protect the tent. I've got to start here on the wood. The spruce and balsam boughs are laid in. Haven't got our stuff in here yet, just a few things. We're just taking a break, taking a rest and taking some lunch break here. Stovepipe is set up on a bipod. There's hardly any snow here in the bush, so I had to scrape and gather the snow from all around to pile up around the bipod feet so that the snow could set up and it would give it some strength leaning up against the pipe, just in case we get wind. We're tucked into the bush here. The lake is out there, but we can still get wind. And if anything falls, a clump of snow falls out of the trees, it can hit the pipe, and so that's why it's really important to set up the bipod in as much snow as you can and get it sintered up. Again, tough to get the sod cloth covered because I had to scrape and scrape and scrape the snow just to get enough to seal it up. That also helps to tighten the wall and helps with the set of the tent. While I was setting up the tent, putting the boughs in, Woolman was out gathering wood, did a pretty good job here. We'll get that sawed up and split in no time. Okay, we got the camp set up. Processed some firewood, and this is a site I used last year, so I opened a cache of wood that I left, and that got us started. Wood stove is going with the water on. Look at that. Yeah. Got some water going.